What is up, guys? My name is Ethan Matt Garrison. I am a engineering student at Auburn University, going into my senior year. And this is my first real YouTube video. Been wanting to do this for a while, get into this for a while, but now I'm actually gonna try. So hopefully this will work out and I keep doing this for a while. Who knows? May not, may just be something that fades out, but for now I'm going for it. And yeah, I've been hunting my whole life. I killed my first deer when I was 6. Can't even count how many deer I've killed since then. But been bow hunting. Like I said, I'm about to start my senior year of college. I've been bow hunting since probably my sophomore or junior year of high school. My first bow was a Bear. I don't remember what model, but bought it at Bass Pro. I wanted to get into it. My dad wouldn't let me use his Mathews V3. And so he bought me that. And then he started to get back into bow hunting. The next year he upgraded to a Mathews X. I got the DXT. Then I upgraded from the DXT. The next year I upgraded from the DXT to the V3, Mathews V3. Shot it up until this year where I upgraded to a Lift X, brand new, off the shelf. And I'll kind of get into why I did that in a little bit. But yeah, I've been looking to get into the filming a little bit for a while, like filming hunts and stuff like that. So I think my goal with this channel is going to be to do that, but also to document just my process through archery. I've started to shoot a little bit of 3D this year, shot a few tournaments, really enjoyed it. So looking forward to doing that a lot more next year. And see where it takes me. Who knows? I would love to be the next Levi Morgan. You know, like, I don't know. I'll probably never be that good, but one can hope and one can dream. So, but yeah, just looking to do some stuff with it. Who knows? Like I said, but I'll get into my bows here. So you've got my Lift X 29.5 Quattro stabilizers. Absolutely love them. These are the Velagos. I've got a 10 in the front with the 8-degree down and the 8 in the back. I've got 5 ounces on front and back. A lot of people I've seen will put more weight in the back because they want it to be perfectly balanced in the hand. I like my bow to give me a little, like if I'm just sitting here propping it up with my hand, get a little down tilt. That's just personal preference. So other than that, I've got the low pro fixed quiver on it. I'm never gonna take this thing off my bow. I hunt with it, I shoot with it. I don't know. A lot of people don't like to hunt with it on there. I don't know why. Personal preference, you know. It changes your balance a little bit, but for me, it's not a big enough deal to care. QAD MX2 rest on there. Excel driver. Absolutely love this sight. Bought it after my first 3D tournament this year, and first 3D tournament ever, actually, and have fallen in love with it. I put a custom 3D printed sunshade on the front and did the same thing but with white on the front on this to replace the stock torque indicator that came with it, just because I wanted the front and the back to match. I found this file online. So I'm an engineering student. With that comes being able to design stuff. I love to design my own equipment. So like here I shoot a Ultra Dew button. That's my go-to release. I designed this thumb peg myself, 3D printed it at work. Absolutely love it. I didn't like the stock when it comes with that big circle, was just a little too fat. Like I couldn't get it where I liked it. And I know that they have one like this, not exactly the same, obviously, but fairly similar. But I didn't want to pay for it, so I just designed and printed one myself at work. I work in a 3D printing lab, makerspace at Auburn University. So yeah, I've got access to do that, and that's where I did this and this at as well. I found the file for this. I didn't design this one. I found a file for it online on Thingiverse. I don't know if there's any like copyright stuff for me to use that and talk about it on here. I don't really know how any of that stuff works, so I'll drop the link down below just in case. But other than that, that's about it for this bow. Like I said, absolutely love the driver. And now I'll talk about the V3. So V3, 27-inch axle to axle. On this one, was shooting a 28-inch draw with about 65 pounds of draw weight. Trophy Ridge stabilizers, front and back hitman. HHA Tetra Rise 2-pin. Love a vertical 2-pin sight. And then a Hamskea Hybrid Hunter Pro rest, which I've had it since I got the bow, and it's finally the side bracket is broken off, so I need to replace that. But if you can see, I put the pink on there. I'm gonna surprise my girlfriend and give her my old bow, get it set up for her, which surprise is a loose term. She already knows about it, so, and she'll see this video too, and she'll know even more about it. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to her exactly how it was when I was shooting it, other than draw length and draw weight. It'll go down to 25 inches and 60 pounds. So yeah, love this bow, great bow. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Still a great bow, just as it was when I bought it. But the difference in shooting the V3 and the Lift X is insane. Like when the Lift came out, I was gonna buy the Lift last year, and when it didn't end up working out. And I went and shot, like, the guy at the local pro shop, he had one set up, and he was like, "Here, you wanna shoot it? Like, test it out?" I was like, "Heck yeah, I do, of course." So I shot it, and I was so impressed with how, one, light the bow was, how quiet the bow was, and how fast the bow was. I'm like, holy cow. In V3, V3X, phase 4 to the Lift, so 3 generations of a bow, V3X, phase 4, Lift. The improvements that they made to that in all aspects of it, I was just so impressed with. And then even jumping from the Lift to the Lift X, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. I bought the Lift X because I wanted to have the top to top bow to start my venture into target archery and hunting and have a do-it-all bow. And this is what I settled on. I saved up for probably a semester and a half of working and doing class and whatnot to buy that. I couldn't be happier with it. Absolutely love it. But what's crazy to me is I've got the V3 set at about 65 pounds. 65 pound mods in there, but I think it's pulling about 67, I think, I want to say is what I measured it at when I bought it, which strings may have settled, who knows, it may be a little bit lighter than that, and I've got the Lift X set at 75 pounds, and it measured right at 75 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. But the difference in the draw cycle on the two, it feels like the V3 pulls the same weight as the Lift X. Like the draw cycle on the Lift X is just so much better that it just doesn't feel that heavy. Like it's just so smooth getting through, and then you get to your back wall and it's just like, huh, it's just so smooth. And I'm not saying the V3 isn't smooth, but it's just not near as smooth as that Lift X. But yeah, that's just me singing Mathews praises. I've been in love with Mathews bows since the DXD. You know, and that's I want to say it was the 2010 bow, 2009, 2010, somewhere over a decade ago now. I wish I still had that thing. I wish I never sold it, but you know, I mean, it is what it is, and we live and learn. But really looking forward to go down this journey. Like I said, getting into the target world, the 3D world, filming more hunts, getting into this whole YouTube thing. But yeah, sorry if you've stuck around this long and maybe the video quality or the audio quality isn't that great. Using my AirPods, my Gen 1 AirPods, and my iPhone 11. So maybe it's not great, but just moved into a new apartment here in Auburn, and I mean, as you can see, there's nothing in here. My TV is sitting on the floor. My duck decoys are down here. I'm in my living room. My paper tuner that I built at Lowe's is sitting in pieces here on the floor. But yeah, finished getting this place set up, shoot a little bit when I can in the yard every now and then. I found a great backyard. I can stretch my shots all the way to 70, which in the previous yard I could only get like 38. So that's a big plus. But yeah, just, well, I ain't gotta talk about that. I was gonna talk about arrows, but yeah, that's for another time. Don't need to go into everything in one video, I guess. I've definitely learned a lot through the years about all things archery, I would say. Maybe not all things, but like, you know, just improving my knowledge as I go. Like my first 2 sets of arrows, I just went to the store, got somebody to set some up. I was shooting Victory VF TKOs, and it was, what is it, the Gamer? The lowest straightness, the 006s, because I didn't know any better. They were the cheapest. That's just what I felt like. Not that when I bought those, I was a good enough archer to shoot the difference in an 006 and an 001, but now I feel like I'm at the point where I'm gonna get the top of the top, and I want the best equipment I can have so I can put in the work and be the best archer I can be. And like I said earlier, maybe one day I'll get down the road and I will be a Levi Morgan, and who knows. But probably gonna wrap this video up. I do want to make it a point to wrap all the videos up with a Bible verse. I got 2. Let me get to the correct page. I picked this first one out just for starting new journeys and trusting God. This whole YouTube thing is gonna be a new journey for me. So let me find it. It is Jeremiah 29:11-12. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. I just feel like that's such a good verse for trusting God, and God's plan is so much bigger for you than your own plan for you, and it always will be. And so going to the second verse I picked out, just a true classic, Proverbs 3:5. Another one about trusting God. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Yeah, just in all things you do, trust God and trust him in the new stuff. Trust him in the old stuff. Trust him in the stuff you're not sure about. Like, I'm a college student. I'm 21. Life is changing. You know, I'm about to graduate next year. I'm about to start a real job in less than a year. I'm gonna leave friends that I'm never gonna see again. You know, it's just like life is always changing, and the one thing that doesn't change is his love for you. And sometimes I need to remind myself of that. And you know, we're not all perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm darn sure not perfect, but I can trust him because he loves me. He loves us. He loves you. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all sticking around. Yeah, that's all I got. Thanks, guys.